Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have the board game Zona, The Secret of Chernobyl, brought to you by Rebel Games, created by Krzysztof Glozinski and Maciej During. Zona, The Secret of Chernobyl. Zona is an adventure board game which takes place in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. You undertake the role of scavengers, fighting with the distorted reality of the radioactive wasteland, Zona. You travel through the area looking for valuable artifacts and working equipment that will help you overcome the adversaries on your way to the nuclear power plant and unraveling the secret of Chernobyl. A little bit of what the board looks like. This game is for 1 to 4 players, ages 18 plus. Takes about an hour and 20 to an hour and 80 minutes to play. There's your contents. For 18 plus adults only, brought to you by Rebel. For more information, you can go to www.ictworebel.pf. That's a mouthful. Okay. So, it's a heavy box. Love the artwork on the outside. So, let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. And right off the bat, we have a game board and some instructions. So, I'm going to pull this stuff to the side. Before we do the game, we're going to take a look at the game board real quick, because this is a pretty large board. So right off the bat, we see we have the junkyard, we have the frontier, we have the wetlands. Artifacts cards go here. Different cards go here. Some kind of secret location, barracks. So it's a double-sided board, it appears. Got the power plant. Moscow Eye. Got the Red Forest. The White Lake. The research station. Down here it says again, secret location number 3. Your event deck goes over here. Let's open this up a little bit more. Let's try to get this to the best way I can. All right. It says sarcophagus. Immersion deck. Final emission. Oh, emission, sorry. Not immersion, emission. Final emission. Temporary effects, emission, and then emission deck. Some numbers on there. Got some people up here. Pripyat. Okay, bring some more information out here. So again, we've got out here, we've got the, what says the Proving Ground, secret location 4. Got Misty Hill. Roadhouse, the factory, got the quarry, got the farms, got secret location number 2, the village. And what we saw already, we have the junkyard. So that's pretty much the board. So this is the front of this is the front board again. So again, we got the quarry, we got the farms, we got the village, the frontier, the junkyard, the wetlands. Your cards are placed down here. Research station, White Lake. Chernobyl, which is right here. Moscow Eye, the power plant, the sarcophagus, Red Forest. Pripyat, Proving Grounds, Roadhouse Factory, Misty Hill, and its different secret locations. And if we flip the board, it's a little different on this side. So here we have the quarry, the farms, again, the village, the frontier, the junkyard, wetlands. Again, place for all your cards down here. Secret location 1, 3, 2, 4. The White Lake. Again, Chernobyl is located down here. Moscow Eye, the power plant, sarcophagus. Red Forest, Roadhouse, factory, Misty Hill. Proving Grounds. Pripyat, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh, so this looks like this side of the board is for 1 to 2 players. That's how I'm reading that. And this side of the board will be, that's the other side of the board is for 3 to 4 players. So look, it's right up here. It puts it out there. So that's good. All right. So if you're playing it solo, it's one side of the board. If you're playing it with a multitude of or 1 player to 2 players, it's on the other side. 3 to 4 players, it's this side of the board. But as you can tell, this is a pretty, I'm going to try to show you the whole board. So as you can tell, going across, it's a pretty big board overall. So it fits perfectly on this table I have here, but again, it's a pretty big board overall. Okay, and then again, down here you have place for different cards and stuff like that all around. Okay, but it takes up at least 3/4 of the table, so it is pretty large game board. All right, so let's see what else we get in the box here. So we also get an instruction book, of course, concerning stay in Zona. So it's a mission briefing book, it looks like. The one thing about this game that I noticed right when I unboxed it was the fact that the writing is insanely small. So I'm 52 years old. The reality is that I got to put on my reading glasses to read this, because this is very, very fine print on a lot of the stuff. So a lot of components. Page right there shows you what you got. Again, as you can tell, the writing is pretty small. It says, place the main game board on the middle of the table. In a 1 to 2 player game, use the side of the board marked with that. So 3/4. So I was right in my assumption about the board. It's the same on both sides, except it's going to have stuff for 3 to 4 players versus the 1 to 2 players. So it tells you how to set up the game board, where to put cards and stuff like that. So again, this can be played solo or with up to 4 players. Again, the scavenger setup, what each of the boards mean. We got damage tokens, we got scavenger and voice of Zona, scavenger details, attributes, fortitude, ability, fatigue dial, backpack, reputation, goal of the game, defeat, victory, board sectors, yellow sector, red sector, bunkers, secret locations, the sarcophagus, other symbols on the board, borders, power plant borders, barricades, shortcuts, outdoor locations. So it looks like you got three phases of the game. So course of play is the action phase, the event phase, the rumor phase. So gameplay, here it is, actions, events, and rumors. Actions, movements, performing local actions, opening a secret location, searching, resting, passing. Event tests, choosing command. Damage, encounters, reputation and events, event card, green and yellow sector events. Secret location events. Different examples. Sarcophagus events. Rumors. Persistent rumor card. Emission. Detailed rules. You have tests, performing tests, forcing a test, re-rolling the dice, using items. Examples. Very specific dice that they give you for this game here. Encounter modifiers, examples. Items. Junk items, secret items, artifacts, equipment items. Small items, gear. Dropping items, the 6 spot, using and damaging items. Single-use consumables, durables, damaging. Different examples of how to use them. The dice that are in the game. Categories, sorry about that. Categories, crowbars, marketplace, rewards, artifacts, impact. Different examples of what the cards are and how to use them. Mutants and anomalies that you'll meet out in the zone. Threat tokens on the board. Examples: encountering a mutant or an anomaly, threat ability, detection, confrontation, rewards. Examples: damage types, radiation, mental or physical damage, protection against damages, suffering damage, how to heal, what your weaknesses are, your Example, that's your player board. Your reputation, your fatigue, death. Secret locations, threat tokens at secret locations. The underground archive, the botanical lab, the mission observatory, the government bunker, secret items in mission, things in the wetlands, the quarry, the barracks, the White Lake, the factory, the Chernobyl, bunkers and camping, what it means, and your appendices explaining everything else, local actions, right there, card explanations, secret items, appendix 2, additional mode, solo game mode if you want to play solo. Now that's really cool. Reminds me of that movie, Chernobyl's in the name. It's a horror film where the kids, they pay to go to the roughest part of Chernobyl and they wind up running into all kinds of crazy stuff. That was cool. All right, and the good people who brought you this game and all the people who play tested it and all the important things. Again, for more information, we're going to contact these people here. Questions about the game. All right, so there is your rule book and your big map that we have. We've got our player boards. You got a lot of people to choose from, which is pretty cool. You got the prospector. Again, all the icons, and this is explained in the rulebook. Prospector, one side. That's your other side. You got the misfit. You've got the drunkard. It's got some bad habits. That's the back of the board. You have the smuggler. And you have the loner. You've got the spy. You've got the hunter. You've got the mystic. You've got the mercenary. And you got the scientist, front and back. So let's look at this a little closer. So it's got some eyes, it's got a fist, it's got a light bulb, it's got your brain power, I guess. I'm not sure. The artwork is great. I gotta say, I like the artwork. It says, picky, when you would gain an artifact as a reward after an encounter, draw one extra, then discard one of those drawn. All right, so this connects to something. And then here we go. Lydia Garvalov, sharp. She's a scientist. Starting location is in White Lake. Starting values, there you go, you have that. And down here it says starting, set up wetlands in Chernobyl. Okay, so there you go. You got 10 characters to choose from, which is cool. That's always good. You have some punch outs here. Small little punch outs. Ooh, those are small. Front and back are the same. Again, as you could tell when I punched it out, teeny tiny little token. So you gotta be careful of those so you don't lose those. Oh, put back in there nice and smoothly. All right, so there's one set of tokens. These appear to be more player boards for cards. Put it that way. Cool picture there. So I guess these are for different cards here. All the different cards that you'd get throughout the game. There you go. Okay. Put that there. Another player board, so it looks like this is the backpack, someone's backpack. So maybe this goes with that, I'm not sure. So there's 4 of them, so I'm assuming these are the 4 players that can have maximum of 4 players in the game. All of them are exactly the same. So you got a place for your cards. Looks like what's the item that's in your backpack. Okay, that's cool. And what your guy is actually carrying on him. So there you go. So pull this together. Maybe you put like that. Okay. And maybe you put your cards in between. Not quite sure how this works. Or maybe put this over here like this. That could be possible. But there are your player boards right there. You have 4 of those. And we have some more tokens. Toaster, Spoiler, Silver Net, Ivan's Grip, Bloody Mess, Ball Lightning, Brainstorm. Looks like maybe some cash here, some credits or something. Mist, Phlegm, Ashtray, Caltrop, Portals, Ice Garden. Now again, as you can tell, pretty small in the back. It's a spoiler, Scrap. As a reward, instead of gaining 1 artifact, gain 1 junk item. All right, Toaster. And tells you how they're used in the game. That's cool, right on the back of the token itself. All right, that's cool. So put this over here. That's more. Then we have some more tokens as well. Radantula Swarm, Wolfpack, Feral Dogs, Octopus, Lunatic, Flesher, Needhog, Rats, Whisperer, Boneless, Benevolence, Howler, Kikimora, Burrower, Gargantuan, the Swarm, Sparks, Black Hounds, Puddings, Wolfpack, Kilmora, Howler, Launchers, Merry Wright. Back. This gives you detailed information of what they are. Octopus, Trinket as a reward. Instead of gaining something, gain 1 artifact. And all this stuff in here is going to be explained to you. As you can tell, they pop out very, very easily and cleanly. Put that back in real quick. There you go. There you have it. Again, there's 2nd set of tokens right there. And we have a 3rd one. Maybe getting more money. Discard. Change. Discard. -1. Some discs here. Okay. That's your next set of tokens you have there. Discs that you need for the game. All right. So when you're putting together dials, those are your pieces that go inside the dials and close them up. Okay, so we have that right there. That's good. We need those. I like the fact that they supply a nice set of bags for your tokens. That's good. I like that. And we've got a bunch of decks of cards. So it looks like you got all kinds of different cards. So it appears these are different locations: Barracks, Wetlands, Frontier, Red Forest, White Lake, and Chernobyl. So these might be location cards, not sure. Flip them over. Okay. Not sure what any of that means, but that's what the backs look like. Looks like these numbers are changing here. Could be radiation levels. Okay. So there you have that card. Then you have, again, this is all explained to you in the rule book, how these cards are utilized. So you got these, a bunch of those, and they look like this. So it's a screen, lantern, clot, prod, ulcer, glitterstone, timber, flaming glass, gutberry, eye of court, bitter rose, dim light, shell, cold scale, devil's gut, ice shard, and then it says magma. So let's see what it says in the bottom screen. All right, again, it's an artifact, impact. So it's going to tell you what it's going to do. All right. All right, so that's another deck you got there of those. Then we have some of these green cards, and then we have a purple deck also. So we got this. So all these icons will be explained obviously in the rulebook. You have Brilliance, Morningstar, Gunk, Amber, Crumb, Sparkler, Cloister, Siphon, Flesh Whip, Clutch, Pitch, Amethyst, Sponge. So you got that kind of card too. Put that up here like that. And then you got some purple cards, which look like a microscope cards. Mutated Embryos, Shield Helmet, Hazmat Suit, Power Plant Blueprints, CNS Stimulant, Gargantuan Urine, Professor Ivashenko's Notes, Pioneer's PDA, Prototype Rifle, Vivisection Reports, Mysterious Compound, Welded Container, Deserter's Dog Tag, Synthetic Artifact, and Prison. Okay, so we've got some more of these cards here. So you got those cards. And then we got some more small cards. So it looks like there's one more of those. So this one is an industrial exoskeleton. Maybe this is, I don't know, maybe these are weapon cards. Let's see a gun. Let's see, we got anti-rads. So maybe an anti-radiation medication. Scientist first aid kit. Expedition journal. Air filters. Smuggler's GPS. Smoke grenade. Hand grenade. Yeah. Kalash. Sniper rifle. Scavenger outfit. Night vision goggles. Mercenary armor. Semi-automatic pistol, secret hideout blueprints, laboratory blueprints, filtered container, detector prototype, rations, folding shovel, anomaly scanner, Geroy formula, spectrometer, steel helmet, hunter's jacket, fix, anomaly detector, repair kit. Repair 1 damage on non-artifact item. Okay, there you go. So maybe over here means usages, I'm not sure. But again, the cards will be explained to you. So it looks like those are equipment cards or weapon cards. And then we got some more of these that look like ears on them. Okay, got a bunch of those. All the backs are the same. All right, waterproof boots. Ration stamp, Cossack moonshine, Geiger counter, crowbar, explorer's map, commando knife, first aid kit, makeshift mask, counterfeit pass, modified detector, energy drink, Russian cigarettes, NBC suit, looter jacket, nuts and bolts, chocolate, military binoculars. So more supplies. And we got one more deck of small cards. These are all mini cards, ones I'm showing you here. So it looks like you got a couple more of those type. Tarpaulin gloves, oxygen tank, makeshift floodlight, Chotki, technical records, and a double-barreled shotgun. Okay, so put those with these over here. So here it looks like we have a bunch of cards that are for each of the characters. This one looks different, so let me pull that one to the side for a second. So this one looks like a radio tower. I'm giving off messages, maybe. All right, unapproachable frontiers, open cages, answering the call, hunting, translocation, anomaly, migration, time slip, military intervention, unlucky mutant, radiation flow, premature emission, acid rain, radioactive wind, locked bunker, science expedition, military blockade, dangerous trails, all clear, red sky, freezing rain, and then psionic interference. Let's see what this one says here. It says, unapproachable frontiers. Grotesque creatures from the frontiers of Zona are multiplying. Only a lunatic would go that way. Place all the tokens. It tells you what to do over there. All right. Okay. So maybe it's a radio broadcast about something. All right. So move this over here like that. Put that there. Again, then it looks like they have cards for each of the characters. Double-barreled shotgun, Russian cigarettes, tarpaulin gloves, and hunter's jacket. Maybe this is starting supplies. I think. So that's for that guy. And then we have this gentleman here. Yeah. So it looks like this is the starting gear for everybody. So a ration stamp, nuts and bolts, night vision goggles, and a semi-automatic pistol. That's what this guy gets. There'll be 10 of these for that guy. Explorer's map, nuts and bolts, tarpaulin gloves, and a gut berry. Four cards each. Crowbar, looter jacket, right? Looter jacket, yep. Hidden secret hideout blueprints, and a folding shovel. Four for her. Expedition journal, makeshift mask, rations, pitch. That looks like the girl from the front of the box. Got the drunk, putting down some sauce. He's got waterproof boots, Costco moonshine, smoke grenade, and eye of chort. It's a robot looking thing, or oxygen tank, nuts and bolts, smuggler's GPS, and a scream. Okay, so this is the person with the card that we looked at before, the scientist right there. So her starting 4 cards would be NBC suit, some chocolate, an energy drink, and a modified detector. Okay, move that up. So move this up a little bit. Put this up here. Got 2 more. Got this guy here. Russian cigarettes, mercenary armor, semi-automatic pistol, and a repair kit. Okay. And last but not least, this guy. Looks like the magician or something. He's got the Chotki, scavenger outfit, flesh whip, and a sparkler. So those are your starting decks for each of your characters. that you could choose from. So I guess you got 10 you could choose from. And there's also 2 very large size decks of cards. And I do hate to say it, the writing on this is rather small. But we've got, okay, so we got these kind of cards. Those kinds of cards. All right, we'll put that to the side. These look like they are, you got, yep, 4-player aid cards. So it tells you what you got to do. Okay, so if we look at it here real quick. Action phase, perform 2, move, local action, open a secret location, encounter, rest, pass, camping, event phase, rumor phase, a mission, test, encounter, an explanation of all the icons. Oh, I like that, the fact that it tells you exactly what all these mean. So let's take a look. Mutant anomaly, green anomaly, yellow mutant, yellow anomaly, green artifact, yellow artifact. Okay. Protection from radiation damage, mental damage, physical damage, equipment damage, secret item, equipment item, junk item. Then over here it says green zone, yellow zone, red zone, and a bunker. So I like the fact that it explains to you what all the icons are, even though it seems like it's a lot of stuff on here. But it's good stuff to have. So these are 4-player cards. That's important to have. I'll put those up here. Those are there to help you. Now again, here are your oversized yellow cards, and basically good reputation, neutral reputation, bad reputation. So I'm not sure what these, okay, so it tells you Chernobyl. Okay, so these are location cards. Chernobyl, Misty Hill, Red Forest, Chernobyl, White Lake, Chernobyl, White Lake, Factory, Chernobyl, Misty Hill, Red Forest, the factory, Red Forest, Chernobyl. So it says the floor around you is littered with junk. A rocking horse in the far corner starts to move on its own. You pick up a dusty item from the floor. Draw 1 junk items. Then it tells you what happens. Oh, okay, so it's Chernobyl, Red Forest, and other locations. So it has a couple of things on here. So Chernobyl, White Lake, another location. Chernobyl, Proving Ground, other location. If you're in Red Forest, Misty Hill, other location. Okay, so we get that. In this card here, good reputation, neutral reputation, you have a bad reputation. Again, not sure what those cards are for, but you got a whole set of those. And then you have a set of these. Again, information on them, good reputation, neutral, and bad reputation. So obviously your reputation is an important part of the game. Barracks, junkyard, other location. Frontier, junkyard, other location. Farms, quarry. Wetlands, junkyard. Farms, barracks. Quarry, wetlands, quarry, frontier, wetlands, frontier, frontier, farms, frontier, frontier, quarry, junkyard, farms, barracks. Again, all of this are the same. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Farms, it says, the verdant mutated plant life has taken over the greenhouses. It's hot and humid in here. You can barely breathe. Okay, quarry, you enter a cave drilled out of a hillside and find a mortally wounded scavenger. She looks at you with pleading eyes. You notice the scavenger has an artifact container. Something is coming. You could choose or in other locations, it tells you. Okay, so that's that deck. And then we have a secondary set of large cards. So, okay, so that's one set. Got the government bunker, underground archive, it says a mission observatory. Also different secret locations. So you got the botanical lab. Oh, that's cool artwork. I like that. Flip it over again. It's going to tell you what's happening in the botanical lab. Okay. I don't want to ruin anything about the secret location, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about them. But you got the botanical lab, which goes here. You've got this here. which is the sarcophagus. Again, more information about what happens when you enter that zone there, which is a secret zone. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Then you also have the government bunker. Tells you what's happening over there at the bunker. What adventures you're going to run into. Okay. So these must be for the generic locations, and these are for your secretive ones. The underground archive, again, all the same information on there. Tells you what you encounter, tells you what you got to do, all that stuff. Last but not least, we have the emission observatory. Again, information as to what's going to be happening during your event there. Okay, there you go. So that's all your decks of cards so far. And last but not least, you receive a packet of the 10 figures and the dice. They are unique dice. You only get 3 dice for this game, which is interesting. You get a plus. Okay, so let's take a look at these. So it looks like they have a triangle, plus, a minus sign, a no sign, plus sign. Again, this one's the same. This one has more ones on it, I think. 2 pluses, 2 ones, blank, and a triangle. Yep, 2 pluses, 2 minuses, a triangle, and a blank. Yep, so they're all 3 dice are the same. Just trying to line them up so I could see. There you go. All 3 are the same. Yep. They're there. Okay. There's your unique dice. And then you have your figures. Come in a nice little tray. Now these are oversized. I'd say these are 32 millimeter. They're a larger size figure. Highly detailed. Very, very cool. Okay, so it's one of your figures. Put them on top here. Put them on top of the card. That's your hunter. There's your drunk. This is your guy that's got the cybernetics on it. This appears to be the magician guy that they were saying. Very cool. This appears to be who? One of the searchers. Kind of a weird pose. Not too keen on that pose, but okay. Then we got this guy here. Got a sniper rifle, got a pistol. He's got some kind of map and he's moving. Okay. Got the night vision goggles on as well. And then we got this guy here. And got what you need. There it is. Scavenger. That's who he was. Really cool minis. I do like them. They are oversized. There's your dice. And we have this guy here. Okay. His card's right there. And last but not least, we got one more, which is the scientist that the card, the person I read earlier. I would like to see the arms extend a little more like it is in the picture, but still, it's kind of cool. Again, you want to get in there and paint these, that could be a little tricky here. But again, that's the scientist. There you have it. And once again, you get the cool little tray for the figures as well, which is cool. So, everything you see here is included in Zona, The Secrets of Chernobyl, brought to you by Rebel Games. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, you could always leave us a like below. Leave a comment. We always love reading what you guys have to say. And of course, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to whenever we release new content. But as always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.